Hey guys, Tower Climber here. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you can hear me. My microphone is my worst enemy, and I am tired. um, but I was up for some Tower God. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll listen to myself right now. Um, the Before I say it, obviously I'll listen to myself, so I'm not talking to myself. Yeah, you can hear me. It's all good. Um, I might put it a little up just so it's a little easier to hear me, just in case some moments. Yeah, that's fine. So basically, the reason I'm tired is because I've been working nonstop. The days that I'm not doing much, I've been working. Aside from my own projects that I need to do, I've been working really hard, and I finally finished the the video, the how strong is the 25th bomb throughout the entire story of Tower God. I got through it. It's a whole 30-minute video. It's straight, right? Like not 1 second less or more. Was a lot, but yeah. No, but it was just a lot. But basically, what I was gonna say about that is that I had a lot of fun making it, but it was a lot. It was the base audio of that was an hour and 25 minutes. I was able to compress it down to 30 minutes. That goes to show you how much I stutter and make mistakes and errors during while I read a script. And the overall video has, I think it was over 500 images. 500 images. I had to search for music for it. I had to do a lot of stuff for it while doing all my other stuff that I have in my daily life to do. So it was a lot. Hey Skydragon, nice to see you came around. But yeah, it's been a wild ride making that video, but it's finally out. It's not out to the public yet, but I put it for tomorrow. So by tomorrow, that video should just be there. My next video is definitely not going to be as long as it, but you know, at least I did a long video after a while. After, you know, my longest videos have been around 20 something minutes recently. But overall right now, this is definitely going to probably be the longest video I've made in a while, and it has a lot of stuff in it. So hopefully all you like it. But yeah, that'll be coming out tomorrow. I don't know the time, like maybe in the afternoon. Around the afternoon time seems fine. Like 3 or something. But yeah, I'm almost down for some Tower God, and let's what are you talking about? Oh, I've been talking about the I finally got done with my current video project, like main video project, which has been how strong is the 25th bomb across the entire series. Finally finished it. Over 500 images. Over it's 30 minutes long. The base audio was 120 minutes. A lot of stuff to cut out, a lot of stuff to do. So, but I finally finished it. It's taken me a while. That's what I'm talking about. I've been talking about. So yeah. Overall, that's basically all I have to say. Nothing really much to say. Just that I finished the project that I've been doing for a while now, and it should come out tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully you all like it. Alright, so I'm just gonna put down the volume so I don't hear myself, because that's every person's worst nightmare. Let's do this. This is gonna be, we're gonna be live reacting to chapter 6. It's 630, right? Yeah, 630 of Tower God. What if the family head dies? Well, let's see what happens in this chapter, okay? let's pump the brakes. What if a family head dies? We'll probably get the answer in this one. I'm very excited to see my predictions before starting the chapter. I don't think Gusting died. I don't know, but I don't know. I want to see how he didn't die, right? My prediction from last chapter was that he was gonna use the Tiara's pen, or I guess his pen, to turn himself into Shinsu and not die. So let's see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. That's basically what all the prediction stuff I have for this chapter. Well, that was immediate. Violence warning, by the way, and immediately you can see why there's a violence warning. Damn. Oh my goodness, you can see his head. Oh my goodness, this is an insane image. Like, I've never, wow. It is an insane image. It's even more insane that is like his body. It's like if any of you watching this know One Piece, it's like Whitebeard after he after he died, he still was standing up. A lot of anime characters do that, but like having your whole head cut off and still like be standing. So I don't know. There's a lot of blood. When Tiara did the whole Shinsu thing, there wasn't as much blood, so I don't know if he did the exact same thing or if he's going to do something different, but let's see. Gusting lost his great family head with that 100%. Didn't God, I forgot how Perdity and Perseus died. Perseus didn't get his head chopped off, but didn't Perdity get his head, like, or was that his hat? I forgot what it was. It was like he was burning. The image wasn't really clear, but it seemed like his head was blown off alongside his body. So this is retribution for that, I guess. So that's crazy. That's a crazy image. Well, already we get the image that my friend sent me for the thumbnail. Wow, this one happened really early. Then that means the chapter's crazy, because if they send me a visual from like the beginning of a chapter, then that means they probably couldn't have shown me any visual from the later parts of the chapter without me being spoiled. So I'm just kind of more hyped now. Traumarai. Okay. Great panel, by the way, with Traumarai. I love the jewel shining. Give me 1 second. Perdity was burned, scorched alive. Yeah. By Gusting flicking his cigar. No. I know how he died. I remember like the flame, but there is like a panel. I'll show it later, maybe, if I can find it. But there's a panel of him like falling to the ground, and like there's his body and his head is separated, or like something like that. Or I don't know. It looks like there's two different things burning. So I don't know. But yeah. Let me just do this. Let me just go forward. Got it. Great panel. Traumarai. So we're going into a flashback or something? Come on, Traumarai. Let's go. Who's talking right? Oh, it's okay. I just saw it was Gusting. I don't know what's happening. Wake up, Traumarai. You won't bring them back to life by lying there. Oh my goodness. Wow. The first thing I noticed was this horse. I don't know if we've ever seen have we seen a horse in Tower God? Like, even like with like people that like ride stuff, it's never been like a horse. Sorry. That's the first thing, but like, damn, these creatures got destroyed. Gusting. Why would they do something so cruel? So obviously this is a flashback. You see Traumrai in like the same clothing and hairstyle he had in the past. The same thing with Gusting. I'm assuming this might take place before the Amazu flashback. Maybe it could, maybe not. But I don't know. I don't know if we've ever seen a horse aside from Perseus like seahorse stuff. Like that was like half horse. It was still very horse-like, but like the upper body of a horse and the up like the other side of the fish. But besides that, I don't know if we've ever seen a full-on horse. There's I don't know what this is. Is that like an axolotl? And this, I have no idea. These, knowing SAU, there probably are real creatures, but like maybe not. Maybe just some tower creatures. And I remember the panel with Perdity. Even Perseus had a weird... Yeah, that's what I would just mention. And I remember the panel with Perseus burning, splitting too big, and the big group of flames. It could be his head. Yeah, I was saying, that like that little chunk, it could be his head that was falling off, like charred away from his rest of his body. So it may have something to be like that. I was just saying it because of Gusting's head being cut off, comparing it to that. Why would they do something so cruel? So someone did this. Wow. Damn, call PETA, because damn, Jesus. But like, why did they do something so cruel? Is this part of what Traumara was talking about with Amizu, where Amizu was like, I can't forgive them either, and Traumara is like, oh, do you forget what they've done? Like talking about all the people that betrayed them after the climb was over. And how they did horrible actions and stuff like that. They may be this, or at least for Traumrai, because I feel like all of the family heads are scarred some way, shape, or form by what they did. So this might be what they did for Traumrai specifically, which is even crazier. Like imagine if they did something specific for each of the family heads to give them some type of trauma. That's crazy. What did these poor creatures do to deserve such a terrible fate? Okay. So this goes a lot way into also talking about Traumrai's character at this point of his time. Traumrai at this point is not the Traumrai we've seen in current day. Traumrai current day doesn't care about the animals under him. It's all about him. He like experiments and deforms and destroys and rebuilds animals to his own care, right? He doesn't care about his animals or any of the creatures he commands. But this Traumrai, so this is why I'm assuming more that it's the Traumrai before all the Amisu stuff happened. This Traumrai cares about the animals under him and the ones that followed him. That's crazy. These animals were our helpers and companions. What right did they have to do something to them? Wow. Yeah, I mean, so these animals like are not like random animals. Also, these are animals that helped along the climb with Traumrai. And I like how it's Gusting. It's always Gusting and Traumrai. I understand why. First, I understand why as I use paint doing the flashbacks to Traumrai and Gusting, because the whole point of this arc is Traumrai and Gusting. I get that. What I mean is that it feels like these two are, I feel like even in the group of like 13 people, so there's always going to be cliques of like specific people that get along a little more than other people. So I feel like this is that with Gusting and Traumrai. Gusting and Traumrai always feel like they're somewhat paired up in the group. So yeah, I don't know. I couldn't call Perseus horsey horse because there are such things already. Yeah. Oh, I get what you mean. I couldn't call him a seahorse because there's already seahorses that exist. Yeah, and they don't look anything like a horse. Somewhat, you know. I don't know. The head of a seahorse somewhat resembles a horse head. Trom losses. Damn. No, but damn, it's crazy. I'd like to round up everyone who did this and incinerate them all. Wow. This shows, even in the Amnesia flashback, this is emotion from Trauma. This, again, another reason why I think this takes place before, because this is so much emotion. I don't even know if so in the timeline, I guess this would take place after they finished their climb and they made the decision and everyone took revenge on them. They did this to traumatize animals. And then the Anime Suit flashback starts, right? After whatever undisclosed period of time. He's bringing out the rupture. I'm just gonna keep calling it rupture. I did read the translations about the disconnect, and it's fine. I just feel like rupture. I just feel like, at least when I'm reading, like doing the live reactions, it would be weird to just not say what they're saying. So I'm just gonna keep saying rupture. There's points where I may disagree or whatever, but like, if they're writing the translations of like the sentences around the word rupture now, then I'm just gonna keep saying rupture. I'm not making a statement of which one I think is better, right? I think disconnect sounds cooler, but rupture is not terrible, right? Yeah, and incinerate them all, and make sure to wipe off every last spark, so that there's not even a trace of them. Wow, that's a statement. I wish I could slash right through them with a rupture. See, I think this is a line. I'm gonna read the fan translations later of this chapter. But I feel like this line could have worked better with the disconnect. Like, he's saying, I want to disconnect them all, or something like that. I don't know what they said, so I'm gonna just read that later, but it could have probably been better with that word. But you can't do that, Traumarai. This tower is a vast, enormous place. Yeah, super big. From what we know, like 11 times, just from what we know, again, it's 11 times bigger than Earth. It's a huge place. No matter how hard we try to exterminate people like them, more will always spring up again. If we destroy people every time they do something we dislike, we'll end up being so lonely and isolated. Wow. Again, I love this. I love every single time we have a flashback with the family heads. They're so different. It just makes sense. And I know, I get it makes sense, and I get that it's like a duh, right? But that's the thing, is that a lot of stories, when you have a flashback, there's many stories that don't show. Like, either they don't show it, or they try to like lampshade it too much. Like, they try to like have a whole moment of how they're, oh my goodness, they're different. No, this is just normal dialogue saying, and you can see just from the tiny bit of dialogue that they're so much different from their current versions. And that's okay. I'm fine, as long as we have each other. Wow. No, but seriously, that's a really good, that's such a good line from Trauma to say. Like, it's really impactful for Trauma to say that. He's basically saying, it doesn't matter if we're alone, if we literally kill everyone else in this tower, as long as I have you and I have all my companions, like the irregulars and all that stuff, as long as I have my companions with me, everyone else in the tower can go die for all I care, right? It's sweet, but there's the underlying tone of he wants to kill everyone in the tower, you know what I mean? So yeah, I won't be lonely. And it's heartbreaking. It's also heartbreaking because even in current day, like, he is lonely even if his friends are there, like, and even in the past he was kind of lonely because all his friends were starting families, they were separated, right? So he was still lonely, though, super lonely, even if, like, his friends didn't disappear. And that's for multiple reasons, of course, but still. So screw everyone else. Let's just go ahead and burn them all. Wow. A great Trauma panel. All of these panels, I've been saying, I don't want to say every panel is great because it'll make another hour in the stream just for saying that every single time, because every panel looks great. But still, I love this. We're going to cut ourselves off. We're going to cut ourselves off from everyone else in the tower. Oh wait, what is this? What is this? Oh wait. It looks like an orb. Oh, wait. Is this his Shinsu black hole sphere? Yeah, it could be. Because the Shinsu black hole sphere is all creatures. Is he, like, absorbing the creatures into his Shinsu black hole sphere and making it into that? Oh, that's cool. Like, he absorbs actual Shinways to make it the all creature Shinway black hole sphere. So that's so cool. We'll be so powerful that we won't need anyone. Wow. We have to get stronger. We can't stop. And this is also, like he's saying right now, we have to get stronger. Meaning that they keep growing and they keep getting stronger. That's a thing that I've always been, like, weird about. And I feel like it makes sense for why. It makes a lot more sense for why the gap between, like, the top 50 and the top, like, 20 it's so massive, right? Like, the family heads and the people that can fight family heads are so much stronger than, like, even people a few ranks below them. And that's because they needed to disconnect themselves from everyone else, and they needed to get that much stronger. That's why when somebody clears the gap between that strength, it's so much more impressive to me. So, like, somebody like a Dory who can clear that gap. So yeah, but still, this is a super cool visual. Don't hesitate. Well, okay. I didn't expect. Okay, I'm just gonna calm down for a second because I almost went off. I did not expect. I did not expect, out of all the people that showed up in this chapter, Jihad. Are we gonna see his face? A comment pointed this out. Even though we know exactly what Jihad looks like, we've seen his face, like, full on his face, like in Hidden Floor. SIU always hides his face. It's really weird. But, like, are we gonna actually see his face? But, like, this. Also, I love his armor. Just the details of his armor right here, super cool. He looks so great in this style. Don't hesitate, Traumarai. And and again, I like how why Jihad's here. It's like Traumarai and Jihad are, like, very close. apparently, right? So like, and Trauma is like probably one of the most loyal family heads to Jihad. So actually seeing a scene with them together, wow. Jihad, wow. He pats his hand. Okay, we're not seeing his face. Wow, I'm sorry. I just want to take it in. Then we're actually like somewhat seeing Jihad, and he's talking. He's actually talking. Do you remember the day when we first pulled the lever? Oh, by the way, also, now that I saw somewhat of the front, if this bubble wasn't here, it would be better, but it's still, like, the front of this design looks amazing as well. So, the first day, do you remember the day when we first pulled the lever? Okay, I could speculate for a whole 20 minutes of what that means, but I don't know. Remember the helplessness we felt, the self-loathing, the guilt. So this is a specific day, but what does it mean? Is he referring to the day they stopped climbing? The first pull the lever. That's so like, is it like another way of saying we closed the gate? I don't know. We've lured countless levers since then. Then that I don't know. I feel like this is talking about a specific day, right? Remember the day when we first pulled the lever. So I feel like that's more literal. But I feel like this line, we've lowered countless levers since then. I feel like that's more metaphoric. I feel like this is more literal and this is more metaphoric, like comparing a situation to other situations that are similar to it, but they're not actually like every single time they did something bad or something, they pulled a lever or something. It just, yeah, damn, I don't know, but I could make a whole thing about that, but let's keep going. This chapter's amazing so far. Each time we do so, we can't let ourselves be swayed by our emotions. Oh, is this like the time that Jihad told? Because we got in like references to that, like during the Amizu flashback, that Jihad told Traumarai that he's different from all the other creatures and they need to have like a ruler's mindset and stuff like that. Is this that moment? Because he's saying that we cannot let ourselves be swayed by our emotions. Is he gonna tell Traumarai to get rid of memories now? Because that's what evil people do. They prey on the guilt of good people. So he's saying that like the people that did all this stuff, that like turned their backs on them, right? When they stopped climbing the tower and did all those heinous actions to like get to Traumarai and like the other family heads, they're like evil people, and he's saying that they're good people to Traumarai. Remember, Traumarai, from now on, we're the absolute embodiment of, I keep reading absolute, we're the very embodiment of absolute good. Wow. Because I just saw that we're gonna leave this flashback, I think, but like this little flashback of this chapter, because we still have a lot chapter to go, is amazing. I love this really a lot. I feel like you feel like first it wasn't needed. That's why I like it more. Like, you didn't really need this, at least at this point of the story, right? You could probably have put this exact one probably a little later, probably a little earlier, something like that, right? But because we're getting it, I think that's why it's so good. Because from Traumarai's perspective, he just killed Gusting, right? and we're seeing all this stuff that he can't let himself get swayed by emotions, that all this stuff, and it's great. And we actually get to see Jihad, like a very close-up version of Jihad. He looks amazing. It's just really good. Okay, now we're finally, I forgot we didn't even get the title card. Season 3, the battle between the family leaders, Tromrai versus Gusting 4. Well, that kind of spoils it. Gusting's not dead. Either that or, like, yeah, he's not dead. But, like, no one really assumed that he died. So it's not really, like, it's kind of like saying, like, oh, having, like, a thing saying Kun versus someone, right? And then they, like, stab Kun or something and Kun's bleeding on the ground. And then the next chapter is Kun versus the same person. It's like, we all know Kun wasn't gonna die, so like it's fine, right? So it doesn't matter about this, but it's so cool. I love the title, actually, the battle between the family leaders. We got another panel of this, again, really good. And it's, damn, I'm not lonely. You can go ahead and die for all I care. Again, I mean, you know, I already went through this whole spiel, but perfect. It was great to put this flashback there because you just, some people, you can make the comparison to this line without that flashback to Tromrai before, during the Amisu flashback, that's a lot different, right? But now, because you have the flashback there, right, then here in the story, you see the clear contrast between Tromrai in the past and Tromrai in the future. And even right now, Trauma is lying. Tromrai, he says, I'm not lonely. He's physically lonely, but mentally he probably doesn't care if he's not with his friends, right? Before, he allowed himself to say that I'm lonely without being close to, because he wasn't close to people. Like, he told Enkidu that he was lonely. But now I feel like it's true. Somebody can only be lonely if you feel lonely. You know what I mean? Like, if you're alone, like actually physically alone, but you like being alone, like if you're like introverted and stuff like that, you don't really feel depressed because you're alone. Sometimes you do, but it's a generalized thing. We don't take it as that. It's like not generalized, like a very diverse topic. But like what I'm saying is that, like, Tromrai probably doesn't view himself as lonely anymore, even if he did before. You can go ahead and die for all I care. It doesn't matter to me. Wow. A great panel. It's like, it feels like this panel is exactly like the other one, but the other one was like a forward shot, and this one's like a little bit to the, I guess, right to Tromrai. It looks a little more cinematic because they are the exact same shots, right? But it just looks like the camera actually like moved, right, to another part. But it's a drawing, so it's a cool effect. Gusting. Damn, this is like a Bleach level of blood. That's crazy. I mean, we've seen this much amount of blood in Tire God, obviously, but still. Wow. Just all the dead Shinwei around him. Okay, so he's noticing something. Oh, this is the head of Trauma. I've got Gusting. I keep making the mistake. So this is the head of Gusting. What's happening? Oh, that's still his head, but it's his head is writing? Because this is writing. The blood of his head is writing something. What the heck? Is that writing I see? Was he able to? Okay. If trauma, okay. I wondered. I wondered. I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading, obviously, but I wondered if is he using the pen? Because he's not even using the pen. He's just using his blood. So this can be the pen. I was about to say that maybe this is the way that Gusting's ability is stronger than Tiara's of the writing thing, because he can actually do it in the air, right? And like with his own blood or something. But that doesn't make any sense because I would assume if it's an item, you would need the pen to actually do it. So that doesn't make any sense. I just had that thought in for a second, but no, but that's still obviously writing. That's so weird. Written with the noble blood of sacrifice. This message is an unbreakable oath granted by the administrator. Okay. So, is this actually the contract of the administrator that they all did, like the immortality contract? Because it seemed very, both Gusting and Traumarai seemed very sure about the ability that Rupture was going to kill Gusting. So in my mind, I just immediately was like, okay, both Gusting and Traumarai are sure that he would die, right, if he got hit with Rupture. So I assumed that the immortality contract didn't apply to the irregulars, and it makes sense because of a lot of other stuff in the story helps that theory out. But I don't know. Granted by the administrator, or maybe this is just another ability specific to Gusting, granted by an administrator. There could be multiple abilities granted to the administrators, to the family heads, but I don't know. This blood oath began long ago in the form of a covenant. Okay. By summoning the master scales of by summoning the master's scale of judgment, this oath examines the absolute truth of past events. What is happening right now? Wait a minute. Okay, so this is just happening because of Gusting's blood. It wasn't like Gusting's head was piloting around and it was actually writing this stuff down. It just seems like his blood is spurting and the blood itself is moving to create all this writing. First of all, it seems like that's the case because the other way just seems a little too goofy for the seriousness of this moment. Second, okay, I'm gonna read it again. This blood oath has begun by summoning the master. Okay, who's the master? Because it says scales of judgment, which is fine, but who's the master? By summoning the master scale of judgment, who's the master? Was it the administrator that gave Gusting this thing, right? Or I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading because it's gonna probably maybe explain it. If it doesn't, I'm gonna go crazy trying to figure this out later. The scale reveals all. Okay. If a person is found to be guilty of murder and yet denies their sin and refuses to repent. Oh, is this what it's Gusting? I mean, is Traumarai reading this? Like, is this what the writing says? Oh, I thought he was just telling us, like, just thinking about it. But no, it seems like this is what's written in the sky. Because right now it seems like Gusting, he's writing, he's reading it. Hope without Gusting will be revived in the form of an absolute. Oh wait, no. But without Gusting will be revived in the form of an all-powerful executioner, full of noble blood. Huh. This is so interesting and so weird. Okay. he will also be allowed to use the Jade Dagger. Are we in what's happening right now? Are we like the Jade Dagger? Are we in Journey to the West with the Jade Emperor and all that stuff? I've been reading Journey to the West, by the way. Don't worry about that. But what the heck is happening? Okay, sorry. It's just that this is so weird. It's cool. It's really cool, but I'm just like trying to take it all in. Jade Dagger. Okay. Either Traumarai doesn't know because it has a question mark. And also, yes, this is what's being written in the sky because Traumarai has a reaction to reading it. So he has a question mark, so he's confused. So he may not know what this Jade Dagger is, or maybe he does. Who knows? But it seems like he doesn't know. Okay. Wow. Oh, so now the blood that was written. You can see it in this one. All the blood is going up, and it's like piling up into the sky. This is, by the way, this is cool. This is just a cool. I don't know what's happening. This is cool, right? But still, what the heck? Just all the blood coming to. Oh, this is a scale. Wow, an actual scale showed up. So there's an actual scale. This is a scale of judgment. Okay. It's going, all the blood is forming around the scale. So I feel like the scale is an actual item. And maybe this item was granted to Gusting by the administrator. Like, this is not like a workshop item. This is like an administrator item, like an item that the administrator himself granted to Gusting, which is crazy. I don't remember if you've ever seen an item. If that's the case, I don't know if we've ever seen an item specifically gifted to somebody by the administrator. I could be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's insane. Oh wait, whoa, who are you? Is this Gusting? Or is this because he has the book and the pen? But this, let me zoom in a little bit. Whoa, that's wrong. This pen looks definitely different from Gusting's Tiara's pen, or Gusting's pen, whatever. You're gonna keep calling it Tiara's pen. Also, the design is sick. I don't know what this is, or who this is, I guess, but this is sick. I love the detail that he's a Cyclops. Oh no, he just looks sick. I just saw that, like, this panel a little more closer, but now we get a more full shot. This guy's awesome. His armor is like Roman armor. And he has like a flaming head or flaming hair. That's so cool. This is such a cool design. It's been okay, so this isn't Gusting. God, I've been doing that all stream. It's been a long time, Traumarai. Are you the one who murdered Gusting? So Gusting, okay. So if this thing didn't come out, Gusting was just straight dead. I thought that Gusting was gonna do some stuff like the whole, again, like, I thought it was gonna be like the whole Shinsu body thing, where he's not, he got cut, he can get cut in half, but not really, whatever. So like, I thought that was going to be the thing, but no, Gusting actually got killed by that rupture. That's crazy. And it makes that moment more impactful that he actually died just straight up right there. Like, it would have maybe not diminished the plan that Traumarai came up with, but it would have made it feel a little less impactful. But But no, the trauma just killed Gusting right then and there. That's crazy. And I don't even know how this. I'm guessing. Well, it said that it was gonna. Well, Gusting's gonna get resurrected by this thing apparently, or by something. We don't. Let's keep reading. The scale of judgment. I didn't know Gusting still had it. Okay, so again, this is a Gusting specific thing. This is something that Gusting specifically has. And Trauma is surprised that Gusting still has it. So either Gusting got rid of it while Gusting and Trauma talked or whatever, and he told him, or something like that, because why would he assume that he got rid of it? I mean, he did give out like his items, like Tiara. He gave the pen to Tiara and a lot of other stuff to other families, people in his family. So maybe he would have given the scales away to someone else in his family. But even then, I would never have dude, if I had these scales and they could bring me back to life, I would never get rid of that, right? And Gusting seems like a smart enough man to be like, I'm about to start a war with all of the family heads and they can kill me. They're not bounded by the administrator's contract of immortality. I'm 100% taking this item with me. That's crazy. And a lot of the items that Gusting has, I wonder what the limit of this thing is. We'll see. But still, this is crazy. And we still have so much of the chapter left. An incident that proves your guilt occurred just a moment ago. Written in blood. Wow, that's so cool. No, literally just... He has the book of the incident written in blood. It's in Gusting's blood. That's crazy. Since you transcend the law, no one in the tower may view the records of your sins. That's such a cool line. Wait. However, Pobedao Gusting received direct permission at the cost of his own life and on the basis of evidence. Wow. Okay, so that's cool. So if anyone else had this ability other than like a family head or an irregular, right? Somebody of less status than Traumrai. So basically a non-irregular. If they had this power, they got killed, let's say the same way as Trauma had as Gusting. This guy comes out, tries to do his whole thing. He wouldn't have been able to because Traumrai transcends the law of the tower. No one in the tower may view the records of her sin. So no person that's from the tower could have actually used this ability on him and actually seen his sins to revive themselves. But because Pobedao Gusting is an irregular and received direct permission at the cost of his own life, that's crazy. Then it was able to work. That's crazy. Yeah. I like that explanation a lot. Accordingly, we will now examine the records of your sins, Traumrai. Well, we're gonna be here for a while. This is okay. Like, let's be honest. All the family heads, they could have a whole document, like multiple documents. They could have a whole file room of their sins, right? But Traumrai, I feel like it's gonna be like a whole museum of sins, right? In comparison, that's goodness. Yeah, well, and again, if this ability works by literally like renaming the sins and deeming someone guilty of their sins and then reviving that person as an executioner, it's Gusting's 100% coming back because it's being used on the most insane person ever. So it's like 100% gonna work, but still, damn. That's a cool imagery, like all the papers like flying and then the papers going into the flashback. Because it's a flashback, right? Yeah, it seems like a flashback. Because, oh, what's happening? Wait, there's so many machines. Oh wait, is this the what did they call them in the Amizu flashback? I forgot what they call them. I forgot. It's the machine people, like, you know, like the whole lore drops that we've been getting throughout season 3, that the original tower inhabitants were like people born from flowers, and what's it called, and the machine people. So is this the actual machine people? We've only seen them like a little bit, like through like blurry images and stuff like that. First off, this is gigantic. This one's gigantic comparatively to all the little ones right here. This one's enormous. Oh, and Traumrice here, or is this like he's watching these events? No, this is him watching these events, like through a third-person point of view. I remember this place. This chapter feels long, but it's so insane, so I keep stopping every 5 seconds, talking about something. This is the stage where I first encountered the giant mechanoids. The mechanoids. There we go. It's the mechanoids. That's what they said in the party. So these are mechanoids. Wow. So this is the first time he's encountered. So this flashback is the first time in his climb. In his climb? Yeah, because he's saying stage. So it's like, I guess, floor. The first floor where he encountered the giant mechanoids. So this is the first time. We're seeing the first time he's ever encountered a giant one. He might have encountered other mechanoids, but not like a giant one. Which is really... This guy's really giant. It reminds me a lot of the Sentinels from X-Men. Like, just these giant robots that kill everything. And also, they're in a castle, by the way. I didn't mention that, but they seem like to be in a castle thing. So weird. Yeah, and the castle being destroyed while climbing the tower. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's keep going. We're seeing... Okay. Yo, I'm geeking out. We're seeing Ed1 and we're seeing the Jihad. Damn, this is the first time we're seeing young Jihad since Hidden Floor. We're not, well, unless we see another panel of him, we're not really seeing him. We're just seeing him from the distance. But we know how he looks like. So, like, he might be wearing a different clothing, but, like, should be around the same. Jeez, watch out. So they're avoiding the attacks. This is so... Who's this? Oh, this is Yurong, I think. Yeah, you see the pink flames. This is so irritating. They just keep chasing after us. Where the hell are those things coming from? I like how they're not all like the same. Like, these are the little mechanoids, and this is like a medium-sized one, and then you have like the ginormous mechanoid right here. Damn. These things are strong. Like, I'm so happy we're seeing like a test. Like, I think this may be a test. Is this a test, or are they just... Because I feel like they wouldn't be attacking unless like the mechanoids are aggressive towards them, right? So I would be guessing this might be a test that they had to take, and I'm happy we're seeing an actual test that Jihad took, the Jihad and his the 13 took, because I've been saying that yes, Yurik climbed the tower way faster than everyone else, but at the same time, he didn't have to take these tests. He didn't have to take the test of the mechanoids and the test of that are probably way harder than normal tests. Damn. Yeah, so but Jurong's doing really good. Her flames are destroying these things, at least the little ones. But I'm guessing they just keep coming. Hey, we're seeing them. Okay, so. Oh, also, by the way, I really like that detail. These are the exact same designs that SAU did for their little versions. When Tromarai got stuck in the labyrinth, and he had that little flashback, saying that every single time that we solved the labyrinth puzzle, Gusting got frustrated and made it bigger and more complicated. Like, this is the exact same ones. That's so cool. Okay. How are we supposed to kill them if none of our attacks work against them? Well, at least Yurong's doing something. But maybe Gusting and Tromarai's attacks don't do anything. But at least Yurong's flames are powerful enough to do something. There must be a way. Games always have rules, so it is a game. It is a test that they're taking. What are we missing? Are we using the wrong attributes, or do they have some sort of hidden weakness? It sounds like he's talking about like an actual video game. Like it sounds like Gusting's talking about like an RPG. Like, are we supposed to use fire types instead of like water types or something? Like, it's so funny. But it makes sense. He's thinking about it logically. Isn't there anything in those books you're always reading? Now is not the time to tease me about being a bookworm. This is such a good interaction. It's such a believable interaction they have, because they already bicker even current day. So this just makes sense. What's this? Is this an attack from one of their companions, or an attack towards them? It seems like it may be towards them because they're surprised. Yeah, or something like that. It's a little unclear in that panel, but it seems like something got destroyed. There's a big explosion, and then they got affected by that explosion. It doesn't seem like they were targeted. Gusting just flying. Oh, the Kraken. I was like, what's this? And then I was like, oh yeah, the arrogant Kraken. So Tromarai, it makes sense he has the Kraken, but I wonder how big it is. Oh, it's not that. It's big, but it's not that big. Like, I like the progression because it doesn't have all the. I think it had multiple eyes alongside its head. It was gigantic. It's, like, the head was super long and the tusks were huge. Like, they were like this big. They were really long, but damn. It's so cool that we're seeing it. The arrogant Kraken seems to be one of Tromarai's favorites to use, at least. Where are we? And it's been the only one with actual, like, somewhat development, like, and personality that we've seen. Somewhat. I love Cobalt. We all love Cobalt. With all our hearts, but besides Cobalt, the arrogant Kraken is definitely the one with the most emotion, it feels like. But that's cool. He's using it to, like, not get crushed. So Tromarai has he probably has his main ones, except for like the sea dragons. Because we saw like the Findar Harp, I think it was the Findar Harp, Cobalt, and the arrogant Kraken in that flashback that I talked about earlier. So he has those, and Gusting may have the labyrinth at this point. like the but just weaker. I mean, they're still good abilities to have. I think we fell off the fortress wall. Let's get out of here. They look great. They look really good, by the way. I actually do like Gusting's design. I like how every single time we see him, he's a little more like he's like piece by piece in a clothing article. He's like improving a little bit more and more, like his style. And here, he's just pulling off the whole nerd persona instead of being like a cool nerd. But the mechanoids will surround us as soon as we leave. Why don't we look for some other way out? So instead of like just going out the front door, they're gonna see if they can sneak around. Do you think there's another way? It's probably safer just to hurry out of here. It won't make a difference anyway if we get back out there right away. I mean, if they can't do anything against the mechanoids, I guess that's fair. I would love if like if SAU wanted to like double the amount of money he makes, like he could make a whole like different assignment, like assistant group to like make another webtoon manga just about the like running at the exact same time as Tower God, just about the climb that Jihad and his companions went through. And I promise you, everyone would go after that one. It'd be so cool if like that's what he did instead of just having like flashbacks. That'd be so cool. He could do that for other characters too. Like we can like have a whole like separate series for like Wang Nan's climb. But yeah. Let's look for another way out while checking out any clues here about what we're supposed to do. Every game has a trick to beat it, okay? So Gusting saying this game is too unfair. There has to be a way to beat it. It kind of just shows you how strong these mechanoids are. Like if Jihad and no one else is like, at least the big one, like the little ones may just be overpowering with them with numbers, but like the big one, like that one may be really strong. What is this? This is like a power core or like a portal. It looks like a teleporting portal that we've seen before in Tower God. What's that? It looks like some kind of well. This energy pouring out of it is incredibly powerful. That must be a power reactor in the center. Power reactor. Yeah, that's probably what supplies the mechanoids with their energy. Wow, I wonder, because these are like, these symbols, are they like actual like symbols? Because they look like, normally like when you have symbols in Tower God or like the language of Tower God, it's kind of like undecipherable stuff, but this seems like actuals, like symbols from our world. That's interesting. But I don't know. It just looks like that. I don't know if it's actually that, but still. If those mechanoids outside lose their power supply, they'll collapse on the spot. This one's huge, and it has all these like, I don't know if these are like blasters or something, like they could shoot out energy from them, but it's really big. I think we just found a way to beat this game. Let's check it out. Let's go check it out. Gusting. Where are you going? We should tell the others first. They're all running for their lives as we speak. By the time we tell them, it'll be too late. We can deal with this ourselves. Gusting. Damn, Gusting's being really proactive. I didn't expect Gusting to be the proactive one. I mean, I didn't expect Trauma to be the proactive one either, but I didn't expect Gusting to be. The Shinsu is even denser now that we're up close. I have a bad feeling about this. We should get V or R. Sorry, I saw V and I was like, whoa. We should get V or Jihad. That's so cool. Like V or Jihad, like they're like the leaders. Like it seems that at this point specifically, like V or Jihad could be like the actual leaders of the group, or they're both the leaders technically at this time. That's really cool. I like that we're getting some more emphasis on V, because even though people in the fandom like probably like talk about V a little bit more highly, like not highly, maybe more like of relevance, that they talk about like somebody like Arlene. In the story itself, I think Hawken made this point. Arlene is the one. The actual, it's called like the Grace Group or something that they talked about in the other flashback with Amizu. It's the Hand of Arlen. Almost everything is surrounding Arlen. V has some stuff, but not that much actually in the actual story. But in the fandom, V is like talked about a lot. So now it's cool to see some more stuff with just V himself, not tied to Arlen. We can't rely on them for every little problem in life. Come on, let's see what we can do. All right. Hey, what do you two think you're doing? Sorry, butchered that. Is this? Yeah, it's Jirang. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to say it, sound foolish. It's Jirang. So we're using all the family heads that we've already seen, but still, it's still cool. We're seeing young Jirang. Jirang. I didn't see you after that last attack, so I came looking for you just in case. Why didn't you tell anyone else where you were? You're both completely fine, I see. Haven't you ever heard of calling? I mean, yeah, like just one quick pocket thing, they would have been like, yo, we're fine, don't worry about us, keep fighting or something. And yeah, like I was about to say, like anyone, they don't need to go back. Why do they need to go back? Like physically, they have their pockets. Just pocket either text or message or whatever on their pockets, and they'll be there. They don't need to do anything else. There's no time to argue, you know. I think there's some time. I think it's like, I don't know. It may be that dire. We don't know. We're just like getting into like the middle of this conflict. It may be like, oh my goodness, if one of us takes our eyes for 1 second, they're gonna die. But like, it doesn't seem like, from what I know, it doesn't seem like there's no time. I feel like they can definitely pocket text somebody or whatever. The giant mechanoid's energy source is right over there. What? Really? And you didn't think to let the rest of us know about something so important? Why didn't you use your pockets? Well, Jirang's just being me right now. Yo. Also, wow, she's being followed. Wait, Jirang, watch out behind you. Yeah, they just followed Jirang. I mean, she was fighting them. I'm guessing they did follow her. It's the mechanoids. Yeah, I like how they're not all like, this is like we saw this one before. They're not all the same. Like these look pretty similar, but like these are not the same designs. None of them look the same. SAU could just made all of these look exactly the same, but this one doesn't look anything like this one. This one has less eyes. This one's eyes are separated. This one's way bigger than all these ones, right? So it's like it's a lot more diverse than just one robot design. There's a whole army of them. We don't have a choice. We'll just have to head in there by ourselves. What, like, it's a power source. It's not a portal. What do you mean go in there? Just destroy it. Isn't that the whole point? Or is it a portal? What? What? Nonsense. Call V. Well, again, I like how they're saying call V instead of call Jihad or something. There's no time. But it's too dangerous. Again, what are they doing? What's the plan right now? I'm a little confused. Let's go. Oh my god. Okay. Stop right there. Hey, you troublemakers. Again, very comedic, but still, what's happening? Are they just jumping into a power reactor? Come on, hurry. Damn it. Again, I don't know why damn it is censored. Maybe I get other words, but like, why is damn it censored? Oh, whatever. Okay, so I guess that did something. It's shining. Oh, it is a teleporter. I guess it is a teleporter. Cool. So this was a teleporter, I guess. And it looks like they took them to another room. Maybe it's a teleporter to the power reactor. Okay, so they're stepping, they're clacking, they're stepping. Look at this place. It's bigger than I expected. Let's follow that light and see where it leads. Okay, Traumrise now. Now Traumrise that he's like, okay, Gusting's right. Now let's just follow Gusting. Yeah, that's funny. Hey, hold on. You just can't. You can't just go running off without a plan. I swear, you're both in so much trouble when we get out of here. She seems like a big sister in the group. They look so young too. I didn't comment on that because we didn't really see them. Like Trauma in this panel looks like a baby. What the? Oh, is this the actual reactor? Looks pretty cool. What's that? Or it's not. Another batch, huh? Person? Alright, let me... Okay. Now, a person. More challengers from the tower. More challengers from the tower. Who are you? You look like you're a guy. I was about to say you kind of, from the hair, remind me a lot of Icarus, but he's a guy. That could have been cool if it was Icarus. But who is this? More challengers from the tower. There's been other people that's climbed instead of Jihad. That's interesting. If that's true, if this is what it's implying, more challengers from the tower. If that means there's other... That might mean there's other people that have climbed in the past other than Jihad. But maybe just failed. Never got as far. More lost causes doomed to fail. More beta testers. These three lines are so interesting. What's happening right now? Okay, more beta testers. This whole flashback, they've been talking about this like it's some type of game or virtual reality or something like that. And now they're saying beta testers. Ah, okay. Who are you? And what the hell is that big rice cooker thing? I just needed to hear the word rice cooker. I'm not gonna yell. Okay. what the heck is that big rice cooker thing? And I noticed, obviously I noticed the hair, but I was like, okay, there's many people with that type of hair, and it could just be a new character. Okay. Don't worry. I'm not your enemy. In fact, I'm here to help you. If this is the God of Guardians, so help me, what's happening? What is this chapter? I want to help you achieve your own personal revolution. Okay. I noticed that I was like, he looks a little different, obviously. Not only in that, he's wearing something very different from what he normally wears, but also like, but at the moment that I noticed it was him, is that the Guardians has these ears, these like somewhat elf-like ears. As soon as I saw these ears, I was like, it's him. It's 100% him, and I knew that he was about to say personal revolution. And I want to help you achieve your own personal revolution. We haven't seen this man in so long. Oh my goodness. How the last time we saw the God of Guardians at all is the beginning of the floor of death, not the floor of death, the beginning of the last station, like when he was training Bomb for one final time or something with the second Thorn. What the hell? Are they on the train? By the way, I have so many questions. Are they on the Hell train? Because he's a guardian of the Hell train, or are they not in the Hell train, and that like Avatar is like made in this guy's image? Because if they're okay, it could be explained away that they're just in the Hell train. But if they're not in the Hell train, then maybe whoever designed the Hell train made this God of Guardians in the appearance of this guy and the rice cooker. But it feels like they're on the Hell train now because of this. Because even the rice pot's here. I'm gonna have to go back to look how the rice pot looked before, because oh my goodness, I don't think it had a clear design. Maybe it did, but I don't know. Revolution? What are you talking about? Sorry, is that the name of some kind of new creature? That's such a young trauma thing to say. No, you fools. Revolution means I didn't mean to confuse you. In simpler terms, I'm here to help you with your personal growth, leveling up, in other words. It's so cool. This about, I don't know. It's so cool, the God of Guardians. You can call this machine, and you can call this machine and me a rice maker, or a cat, or whatever you like. That's a weird line, but okay. I feel like that line was a little lost in translation. Maybe he did just say that. If you really want to help us, tell us how to stop this giant mechanoids. That's simple. You've already found the answer. All you need to do is break the pipes connected to this machine and cut off its energy source. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go and... Are these things like... I'm so confused about what's happening actually right now, because it's like they're connected to... These pipes are connected to the rice pot. Okay, let's just keep going. The machine is still running. There's no telling how it might affect you. Could you wait a minute? Would you mind waiting a minute? The machine is still running. Is the whole room the machine? And they're in the machine, so like they might affect They might affect themselves if they break it, and this room gets destroyed. Someone else is in there. No, he's talking about just specifically the rice pot. Somebody's inside the rice pot. Wait, who could it be? Well, I'm so hyped. Okay. Someone is already in there. What? Who the heck? Bro, I'm not ready. Am I ready? I'm not ready. I feel like I'm not ready. Hey, when did you all get here? No way. There's no way. Okay. Okay. There's no way. Okay. Hey, when did you all get here? V. Mother. Okay. How long have you been there? How long have you been here? How did no one notice he was gone? Like, is this like... Because they talked about calling V. Like, he must, like... Did he just, like, leave in the middle of the battlefield? Or did he, like, find... He must have found like, the teleporter thing before them, obviously, but still. And why are you in your underwear? I was gonna say, what's happening? Why is he in his underwear? Why is he, like... naked? Also, he's jacked. Jesus. Wow, he looks so much like Bomb. Like, he looks so much like VO. The Bomb is VO. I got it. You know, like, he looks like season 2 Bomb. Wow. Okay. Let me think. I'm reading for VO. I'm reading for V. Again, I think his name is VO, like his actual name, because V is just a nickname, but still. I think that's his name, but it's weird. Let me think. I guess it's been around 10 minutes. What? 10 minutes? Why didn't you send us a message with pockets? Is no one using the pockets anymore? Why no one using the pockets? Why is everyone just like, yo, I'm not gonna tell anyone what's happening? No, that's crazy. We almost died out there. Oh, really? Really? The Tangrade family leader's forgotten companion. He has he has like purplish, violet, bluish eyes. And his hair's more black. Sorry about that. It's just the smile with the heart. Commonly known as V. That's the end. I knew it was gonna be the end. There's no way that wouldn't be the end. What is this right now? Bro, what's happening? Okay. So there's so many things about this chapter, bro. This chapter felt so long. Okay. We have V. We know who. We've now fully seen V. Not with clothes, but we've seen V. We've seen him with clothes in flashbacks. He wears like a robe or something. Yeah, maybe not at this point because Tromrai wears a hoodie and not like his, everything else that he wears nowadays. But like, so he definitely probably changed his style. But still, bro, I like it a lot. I like his design a lot. I was just looking at his design and I like it a lot. It looks a lot because we already knew that it looked a lot like Bomb. When he was VO. But but now we get to see the differences. He has black hair, which I think in some flashbacks and like stuff like that we've seen that he has black hair, but like it wasn't fully confirmed until now, I guess. He has black hair. He doesn't have the brown hair the bomb has, and he doesn't have the golden eyes the bomb has. He has blue eyes. He's so yeah, those traits are completely from Arlen, I guess. Yeah, which again, many people in the fandom thought. Wow. Okay. So, and from this, by the way, so many things about just this part of the chapter, which is literally 1/10 of the chapter, right? He was the first one who did revolution. He was the first one of them who went into the rice pot. We got the guarded guardians, by the way. We got the chapter's amazing and crazy, and what the heck is happening? Okay. Okay, so let's just let's leave it on this. Let's leave it in this panel. Did I get it correct? Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I was fine before. There we go. Let's leave it on that panel. Bro, what's happening? Okay, so cool. We got a V reveal. We got a V reveal. He's jacked. I don't know what to say. He's the first one who did revolution. We saw the guarded guardians, the old guarded guardians. We saw the mechanoids finally. We get confirmed that Gaston just died, just straight up died last chapter. It wasn't like a thing about the Tiara's pen, or it wasn't like a thing about what's it called? About the administrator's contract. It was a specific item that he had, the scales of judgment. We learned about the scales of judgment somewhat. He's gonna get resurrected because of viewing the past sins. How does this flashback is also technically about Traumarai, because it's about Traumarai's sins, right? So this has to how does this turn into one of Traumarai's sins, because this is what Traumarai is seeing. And if this flashback is, we're getting too fixated on the V, which we get it's a big V, but like this, something has to happen in this flashback to correspond to the ability of the scales of judgment. So something tragic is going to happen in this flashback. We don't know what. It's great. Yeah, they said it perfectly in chat. Great chapter. Gusting dead. Guarded Guardians V reveal. The thing I'm most curious about is why is everyone in the flashback using video game terminology? That is true. It's very like everyone is using video game terminology, and it may be because they don't fully just don't understand what the tower is. Because even the God Guardian said, we're going through revolution, and then he had to dumb it down to their level of understanding. He said leveling up. So the God Guardians dumbed it down to what they would understand, and I think what they would understand are video game terminologies. And so they compare a lot. Maybe throughout the entire flashback, or throughout the entire climb, for most of the climb, maybe not the entire time, maybe until they got accustomed. So because if they are in fact in the floor, the health train, then there should be, it depends on what floor they're in. They could be on like the 30th, somewhere in the 30s, right? So they've climbed a while, but I don't know. It could be very weird and very different. It's so weird. So maybe they just like they're still thinking about the tower as like a video game or something. They believe they've been isekai'd or something into this tower. Something like that. instead of thinking about the tower as an actual like physical place in their world that exists, they're thinking about the tower as a separate dimension, because they all come from the outside of the tower. Maybe they're not viewing the tower and the outside as connected things. They're viewing them as two different dimensions. So yeah, it's so weird, but it's so cool. We get the signs. We get to see Jihad also. I forgot, we got to see basically present what we saw in the hidden floor. We saw big Jihad. We saw that flashback in the beginning of the chapter with Gusting and Traumarai, and that may be alluding to what the people did that betrayed them and like did a horrible actions, as Traumarai said, right? Unspeakable, brutal things, and that might have been something they did. It's crazy. This whole thing is crazy. No, but it's so weird. So insane and weird. I love this chapter so much. This is an amazing chapter. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was having a horrible day, like before this stream and before this whole thing. Not like the worst day of my life, but like I was having a stressful day. But this chapter was amazing, and it definitely made my day better. That's crazy. Wow. Does this mean V? Okay, there's so many things. I'm getting really hung up about the V thing, which I get. Okay, there's so many questions. He spent only 10 minutes in the rice pot. If he knows everything, like if he somehow has all of the powers now, because that would be insane. Imagine if he only spent 10 minutes in the rice pot and then he was like, yo, I know how to do Shin's a black hole sphere. I know how to do all these things, right? I don't think that's what happens. I think they defeat the mechanoids and then they go to train with the God of Guardians, and then they learn more about their abilities. But definitely V is stronger than he was now because he went inside the rice pot, and he probably went into his interworld. That's so cool. No, that's so cool. But yeah, not really much else to say. This chapter was insane, and I pretty much said everything that I wanted to say about it. Everything that I wanted to say, I basically said it in the actual reaction. It's an amazing, great chapter, and yeah, the main video that I have is gonna come out tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, like at 3 or something. And yeah, I hope you all like that video, but I don't really have much to say. Just a lot of questions that I'm guessing are gonna be answered, or maybe not. But that's insane. That's really cool and crazy. Oh goodness, I didn't think we were gonna see V in this chapter. Oh my goodness, that's insane. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop right now. I'm gonna head out because I do got other stuff to do, you know. But so the actual like discussion part is gonna be less. But yeah, I got a lot of thoughts in my head right now, and hopefully next chapter is just as good as this one, because this was an amazing chapter. I would say 10 out of 10, honestly. So yeah, 9 out of 10, whichever one. It's an amazing chapter. So yeah, hope you so yeah, all that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and yeah, see you guys later.